our envy, because at times we begin to envy other people so much, forgetting to look in ourselves at what God has given to us. Because I believe that all of us, God has given us gifts, God has given us talents, God has given us more than we can ever think. But because most of the times we spend more time comparing ourselves to others, we end up missing on what God has called us for. We end up missing on the gifts that God has given to us. Then he opened his mouth and blasphemed God because he had not accepted his offering. You know, Cain was so evil. Imagine blaspheming God. Who are you to blaspheme God? Who are you to blaspheme God? But Cain would open his mouth and blaspheme God. But God said to Cain, "Why do you look sad? Be in the right standing with me so that I may accept your offering." This is what I've been saying, that you need to be in the right standing with God. If you are not in the right standing with God, you will not receive your blessings. You will always receive a counterfeit of what God has given to you. Because now you are not in the right standing, you are disobedient to God, you're doing all the foolish things of this world. You have not murmured against me, but against yourself. That is why when we are having challenges, we need to seek God. We need to pray to God. We need to ask God, God, help. How do I do this? How do I overcome this? And all our answers, we will get them from God. But when we murmur and cry and we complain, and you know, there's nothing wrong with crying. But if your crying is directed to God, then God will definitely help you out of whatever the situation that you might be facing. But if your crying is not directed to God, you just murmuring, you are complaining, you are hating people, you envious, you full of unforgiveness, you angry, then you will not receive anything from God. And God said to Cain in rebuke, "And because you hated him and his offering," because he hated him and his offering. And Cain came down from the altar, and his color changed, and he had a sad face. And he didn't even know that he was his own enemy. Because sometimes we can become our